Yep, you guessed it. I told you this was the most broken decision ever. That's right. United States of America and Russia currently at war with no one. 1943. This is so stupid. Hey, I'm FeedBackGaming, and this is the strategy game known as Hearts of Iron 4. We've had the ultimate exploit, we've had the ultimate cheese. It is time for the ultimate decision. This is the most broken decision in Hearts of Iron 4. So before they patch it, let's show it off. America. I have a folder full of ideas. Every single day when I want to make a video, I hop into that folder and have a look at an idea that I think would kind of work and would be kind of fun. If I made a video for each one of my ideas, I would be playing Hearts of Iron 4 till the end of time. So what we'll do for this video that's a little bit different, we'll combine several videos into one. This will be Achieve Cheese, 2 possible achievements that you'll get from this video, defeating the Confederacy, 3 Georges, and I'm going to show off that cool decision. Are you ready? Are you good to go? Are you sat down? Have you got your mug of coffee? Come on, let's go. Regular, Iron Man, historical, go. Industry, civilian factories, research, heavy fighter, electronics, machine tools, industry. Select all the division, delete all but one, and convert to the National Guard division. We've got another 5 divisions. We will go for 1 on support, 3 on artillery, and the rest on regular guns. That looks good to me. The first decision, the New Deal. Oh yeah, and we're going to spam submarines for a change. There we go. Submarines, submarines, submarines. And we'll merge the fleet up like we always do. Just another FeedBackGaming video. And also naval exercises to get that XP. Speaking of submarine spam, would you like to see me spam submarines as the Netherlands? Click the video in the top right. Next up, suspend the persecution, and then we'll go for the silent workhorse. Fuel's maxed again. Back to exercises. Gonna go dispersed. We're also gonna go for a small lobbying effort. Right, we're gonna go for WPA now. We want that PP. Construction and trade interdiction. But we're not gonna go for the boost. We're just going for the standard one. We want to hold on to the XP. So these are the achievements we're gonna go for. We're gonna go for history repeating itself and Georgia on my mind. You should be able to go for the Agriculture Adjustment Act, which gives you more political power because it gets rid of the Great Depression, 1 of 3 steps. Next up, we're going to go for Earl Browder. Artillery. Going to make our ideal division. Artillery. Artillery. Infantry. Infantry. Boom. Next up, we're going to go for Reach Out to the Ware Group. The Democrats. 4 more years. Franklin Part 2. Right, we can start making heavy fighters now. I love this national focus because it unlocks 3 advisors. And you're thinking, oh, advisors, here we go again. These guys are going to be expensive. No, they're free. And we'll go for the stability guy. We can only pass a new law that gets rid of the Great Depression once every 230 days. So we need to wait a little bit long before we can go for this one. And then eventually get rid of Great Depression by going for this one. So for now, we'll go for an extra research slot. All right, now we're going to go for convoy interdiction. And we're going to spend that 100 XP so we can rush it. Also in Navy, we're also going to go for magnetic detonator and rush that too. We're also going to rush improve artillery. We're going to go for the artillery designer to speed up the research for it. Right, now we're going to go for war department. Extra research slot, we'll go for computer machine. More factories. I'm going to go for logistics because we do that every game. Going to make sure we're making a little bit of motorized too. A little bit. And seeing as our industry is so huge, we might as well import a tiny little bit of rubber too. Seeing as we've got the ideal division now, we'll train a bunch of weaker divisions. 23 of them, and then we'll convert them. Part of the strategy to go for the decision, we need to get the unholy alliance, so we need to go down this path. Deploy these divisions, boom, and then we convert them into the ideal division. Keep an eye on what we're behind on, so we can make more of that. 202 days for guns, 500 days for artillery. In that case, we'll just balance that out just a little bit. There we go. It does seem like we've slightly deployed more divisions than we can actually take advantage of. So what I'll do is I'll split these divisions off, put them on reserve, and exercise them. That way, these divisions will get equipment first, go full strength, and these ones will be the second to get weaponry. So that way, these divisions will be all prepared to get into the action. And this division is going to go all the way to Guam. I wonder why. Oh, naval invasion to here? I wonder why. I wonder. You know what would be also really great here? Maxed out naval base. Oh, yeah. And also, airport. Might be a good idea as well. Yeah. Hello. What have we got going on here? Yeah, I know. Every single series, I show Japan and China going at it. But this time, it's relevant. We need Japan to start kicking China's ass. The reason why is we are waiting for an event. And that event only fires after when China starts to lose. So now, secretly, we're rooting for Japan. Secretly. Basic weapons and more basic weapons. It is time for the unholy alliance. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to save the full 30 days on the research slot. Wait until I've got 100 naval experience, which is fairly soon. And then I can boost wolf packs. I'm going to lose a few days on this tech, so it'll all be worth it. What I could do in the meantime is import just a little bit of oil from our buddies, the Soviets. Well, buddies to come soon. No, Japan, you're meant to be winning. This wasn't part of the plan. The Soviet Union welcomed us to the Comintern. We shall set our differences aside for now. If they only knew what was coming. Right, we're going to go for the Air War Plans Division. Oh my goodness. Right, these boys are exercised now. We add them onto the main army. They'll go off on the little journey. We do have a Mr. Commando here. He's the best guy for the job, meaning that when he's out of supply, he doesn't suffer a big penalty. And also we'll add on our logistics field marshal. All right, soft attack for artillery, extra bite for the submarines, soft attack for the guns, just making our planes more efficient and working on electronics. And in this case, working on encryption and decryption to get more spotting chance. Those guys are done exercising now, so we can stop exercising. And that way we can make up the losses. Right, we're going to go for air support and work towards escort fighters. This gives a 300% buff for a fighter 3. So what we can do is go for that. And now go for the fighter 2. Now that's way ahead of time, but when that finishes, that means the fighter 3 will have a 300% bonus. So we'll be able to get that in at least, maybe 1939, maybe even 1940. Here we go. Escort fighters. This is my second time recording this. I made a fatal error. When you go for an unholy alliance, the Soviet Union can say no. They say no because you don't have enough communist support. Make sure you go for the advisor as early as you can, gain some support, at least 25%, then select this. If they say no, you'll not get the alliance, and you'll not get the future decision. Just for good measure, we'll go for another one. Gonna rush for improved computer machine, and gonna go for dispersed industry 3. We've got quite a lot of excess political power, so we'll go for research grants, we'll amend the budget, and we'll go for more medium lobbying just to get more support banked. We are no longer depressed. Now we can go for the doctrine boost here, the final submarine boost. So what we're waiting for right now is the Panay incident, and it only fires after when Japan consumes a bunch of cities inside of China. It doesn't take long to fire. It's only about 30 days, but they need to make some headway into China before that will actually happen. And that event will allow us to do some spicy tricks. This is going to be a weird game because we're going to be rooting for our allies to lose on 2 separate occasions. As you imagine, it's going to be really weird. So, China, please lose. Come on. Go Japan. Right, they've made some headway now. They pushed to the plains in northern China. It shouldn't be long now. We're going to go for electronics concerned. We're going to go for superior firepower. Where are you? There you are. And the mobile tank designer. Here we go. In my previous game, I sent an attaché to China. Now, that's a really great way of grinding XP. But sadly, it actually buffs China a little bit. Only a small amount, which is something you just don't want to do because you want Japan to win. 100%. 100. So now we can hire one of the other 3 guys. We'll go for the financial expert. We get to rush the chain lightning. 360 days. 1940. Heavy fighter 3. Oh boy. I think it's these cities here. Here, here, and here. I'm not certain though. But I do notice whenever the event fires, they always control all the eastern coast. Alright, let's move our navy to Guam. The whole thing. That's right, the entirety of the whole thing. If you need a little bit of fuel, just import it from the Soviet Union just so you can move it across the Atlantic. Right, split of the submarines. We'll call this 12221112. We'll tell them all to go to that new squadron. Aha! This is the event we were looking for. The Panay incident. The USS Panay has been sunk in China. This can only mean one thing. War. Tensions running high between the United States and Japan. The recent Panay incident has spun out of control. Outrage in the United States has led to several prominent politicians to demand an immediate reprisal against Japan. Alright, pop the main fleet into reserve. We've got our sub-fleet right now. We split these babies off. We want big fat 19 wolf packs. No, we don't. We want... Yeah, these will actually do. We don't want more than 10 because remember this guy suffers from a penalty. Do we have a sea wolf? No, we do not. But we could do with the guy who's got lots of attack. This guy's pretty good. He's a spotter. So first of all, we're going to raid in safe waters to begin with. Here looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good to begin with. Just to cover the whole of this region. What we could also do is cut off the north and the south. There's no way convoys can get out of here. So we just convoy in the safe regions to begin with. And then as we have success with the convoy raiding, we'll move out from there. Concealment expert. Smoke screen specialist. Yes, yes, yes. Mini naval tutorial. Select split off when damaged. And also put reinforce automatically. So these will always try and be 37 size. So what you'll do then is mark these to go into the theater. What will happen is when that task force takes hits, it'll reinforce to make it at least 37. If there are some in reserve, that is. Japan, you have gone too far. Right, now we can help out our Chinese buddies. So we're going to go for the support the anti-fascist war. Boom. And we can also, too, send them 6,000 guns once, and then 100 artillery a month. This is a bit of a waiting game. We just need to work down how many convoys they've got. When we limit their amount of convoys, it means that their troops are stuck on the mainland. Then we can start intercepting the main islands of Japan, and then we can safely do a naval invasion soon. Now we want to go for War Plans Division, because it unlocks some cool bonuses against specific nations. In this case, Japan. Anti-air, a little bit behind on that, but we'll catch up. So far, we've sunk 307, and we've lost 48. That ratio is getting better and better. This is a really dumb way of helping out the Chinese. You basically buy licenses for all their equipment. This is such a cheeky method. Technically, this is an exploit as well. This video is just full of love. So you go through every single model that they've ever bought. Every single model. So in this case, 32 different designs that we will never intend to buy or use or manufacture. And there you go. They just gained 32 civvies. So they have 51, which is more than Japan. Why are we allowed to do this? They're so broken. We've reached the point now that we're not intercepting any Japanese convoys. Why? It's because the AI has marked all of this as blocked. All of it. So now it means we need to be more adventurous and enter their wars. So we'll start with the South China Sea to begin with, and then start to move towards the East China Sea, the Yellow Sea, you know what, all of it. At this point, we've dominated them. So at this point, what we can do is increase the risk. So high risk means they're more likely to engage not only convoys, but they'll engage the escorts if they think they can win. See, look at that. Taking out 7 destroyers at the loss of 3 subs. Oh, what's this? Supply here for Japan? 4, 5, 5. I think you've run out of convoys, Japan. Oh no. Alright, let's get the Death Stack Navy. Give it to our new fine admiral, Ernest King. He sounds like quite the gentleman. Naval invasion support. Here, here, and here, and here. And it's time for us to go, my boys. Time to go. With the super Death Stack defending us. I've got to be careful. We've only got 23 days worth of fuel. On another note, we've got 300 political power. So how about we get rid of this undisturbed isolation BS and go for civilian economy? Here we go. And boom, we're here. It's important at this point to pause and then get them moving, because otherwise they'll pin you in and you'll never be able to get out of this spot. So attack immediately, get where you need to be, and boom, bada boom. I'm going to attach, and I'll just let them take care of that. I don't want to mess around. And there we go. Hiroshima has been claimed, and we're in the beautiful position right now. A great spot. It's always good to keep one division on your main port, because otherwise there will naval invasion on top of you. Naval invasion on top of you? Words, do you speak it, Dave? These divisions have like so much attack. They're pretty damn mean. So if you've got multiple front lines on one general, if you draw a front line, you might see it doesn't go to the right front line. Like, what's going on? Oh, it's here. No, it's there. Which one? So when you do this is you draw your front line like you normally would. You go and you press tab. For some reason, the first time you press it doesn't respond, but the second time, there we go. That's the one we want. Yeah, so you can tab cycle through each front line. I know a lot of people do. I do that quite often, and then I don't actually explain it, so there you go. Explanation time with FeedBackGaming. At this point, too, we've got those 14 divisions in reserve. We can bring those forward. We have control of the seas now, so we don't need to worry about enemies intercepting us. Well, for the most part, we don't. Right, it's also important to change out the general, because this general is only good for landings. So in this case, we want to go for our big 7 attack, Mr. Patton. If I was smart, in the downtime, I would have gone for intervention in Asia and then war plan orange, and that would allow me to execute a plan that gave me 10% attack against the Japanese. That's just an FYI for you guys. It seems pretty late in 1940, but now we're going to use this opportunity to go for our first doctrine tech. That's right. The reason why we waited so long is we wanted 100 XP. Heavy tank, you say? What a great idea. Also, if you want a better strategy than mine, piggy bank at least 500 political power. Before you declare on Japan. Hiring a bunch of these guys was a mistake. We needed the political power to jump up to partial mob and also get off disarmed nation. There you go, FYI. Not the prettiest borders, but that'll do. You are now a puppet of China. Achievement unlocked, China. Right now we're going to go for partial mobilization. The chain lightning is done. Oh my goodness, look at all this crap from... from China. Oh no, do we have to click through all of the... Yeah, we do. Oh my goodness, there isn't a click all button. Can you imagine this is a real life situation? Like, the US, like, approaches China and goes, we want every single variation, even the planes that are out of date. Can we have a license for each and every piece of equipment that you own? Oh god, that'd be so dumb. All right, chain lightning. There we go. And we can also put a slightly better engine on it. Kind of, slightly, tiny little bit better. Because it's time to build some military factories. Not that many, just a few, just a handful. Just to get the military industrial complex lubricated. If you don't make the mistake that I made in this game, you would have already gone for limited conscription. And this one turns into 150 political power when you go for it instead of having to jump onto a different conscription law. And that way you can rush Rock Island, but mistakes happen. So save your political power. Don't make my mistake. When you've got so many civilian factories, it doesn't even matter where you build them because you've just got so many. There we go. We've reached that point already. As soon as we've got so many submarines, it might be a good idea at this point to start building some convoys. Heavy tank 2. Now we can support Rock Island so we can rush the last 2 techs for artillery. We're training some more of these divisions now. We're going to get at least 5 army groups, each with 24 divisions of artillery infantry. Oh, here we go. A communist majority. This is troubling, but they truly do represent the majority. The majority? 100%. Pretty much the president is the only one who doesn't follow it. Oh, here we go. The Communist States of America. Which, in a way, is kind of cool, because that means I've just skipped democratic socialism, which doesn't give me any bonus anyway. Now we have Walt Disney. And now we've got our artillery research bonuses, we can finish them. Whoa, I never actually spotted this, but if you change economic law or conscription law, oh, no, it's just economic law, you need to pass it through the senators and Congress. I never knew that. I guess a lot of the time I've always changed it through focus. All right, time to get lobbying support. Also going to go some war propaganda. Right, we're going to try and rush the modern tanks. So we'll do that by going for tank experiments after going for heavy tank 3. So that way we can get a boost on the Patton. Here we go. In an unusual turn of events, the Americans are going to be equipping the Germans. You guys are probably so confused right now. What is going on? Oh no, Soviets, please don't lose. That would be terrible. No, please don't lose. No. Oh no, we're running out of building slots. It's become that time. Time to build them in the Philippines. Time to do some prospecting just to get down my civvy count. Also, something I could do is look where the steel is and build infrastructure there. Steel, Minnesota. There we go. Max those ones out. Loads of extra steel. Also, aluminium. Mostly in Texas. Also, chromium in Japan. Thanks to the Thompson machine gun, Germans have been able to break into the Soviets. And now they're on their last legs. It's crucial for the strategy that you do not join the war. So these little call to arms requests, you must say no to all of them because you aren't going to help. Similar to in China, Japan, you're just going to sit on your hands and wait and see what happens. We're about to reach the magic number. And that number has been achieved. 80%. So, when you complete the national focus, which is the unholy alliance, a new decision appears, and it is called Join the Unions. It says the effect, when selected, Communist States of America annexes the Soviet Union. So the way this is meant to work is I'm meant to be at war with Germany, and when the Soviets start to lose, I take over the war on the Soviets' behalf. But as an added bonus, I annex the entirety of the Soviet Union. But at the moment, I'm not at war with Germany. So, what's going to happen right now? Yep, you guessed it. I told you this was the most broken decision ever. That's right. United States of America and Russia currently at war with no one. 1943. This is so stupid. Oh, man. I don't even know what to say. This is so dumb. And every single one of the Axis divisions must now retreat out of the Soviet Union. Oh, look, and 200 divisions. Oh, thank you so much. 200 divisions. And we get all of their equipment as well. Well, in this case, a lot of these divisions are under strength anyway, but you get the picture, right? Yeah, that's pretty broken. All that work that Germany had to do to get all to here, pushed right to the Ural mountain range, and then all of a sudden be like, nope, nope. Not only have we inherited the entirety of their army, but we've also inherited their navy as well. Look at all these ships. Oh, the Stalin, a Type 1 destroyer. Not very impressive. Meanwhile, the UK. So what was one of our achievements we were going to go for? We're going to go for the 3 Georgias. Georgia 1, Georgia 2, and the 3rd Georgia is right here. South Georgia. To get that, we need to annex the UK. If we look in the current war between Germany and the Allies, the only major is the UK, and let's hope it stays that way. What we need to do is do a naval invasion of the UK. I think it's time now for some heavy tanks. Single battalion. We now have the modern tank done. So the minute we get a nice surplus of heavy tanks, we'll start working on moderns. Right, submarine time. We'll start easy at first, then we'll work our way up. Right, we're good to go. I predict the most difficult part of this is if the UK brings in its allies as majors. That is where things are going to get really annoying. As it currently stands, the UK is the only member of the allies that's a major. RIP Canada. British trading is now crippled. Just need to worry about their main fleet, and we can get our super fleet escorting. So hopefully we'll be alright. Right, here we go. First army's on its way. Oh, you fool, Mexico. You're next. Easy. Let's go. We'll launch a bunch of other troops as well. Go. Currently, no other major powers. Oh, that's so easy. You've all had the painful experience of Australia or the Raj or Canada becoming a major whilst at war with the UK. Trust me, I know your pain, okay? I've felt it too. There we go. Done. And that is our first objective. End turn. And now I'm going to hit done. What are you doing, Dave? Why have you just hit done? That was so stupid. Ooh, and now the Axis are looking very beefy. There we go. Achievement unlocked. Now, there's only one more nut to crack, and it is you guys. Time for War Plan Black. And also, we're going to drop down to limited exports. Right, so this is the situation. Heavy fighters flying overhead. We currently have this tank division with artillery and infantry. Kind of a superior firepower build. Currently a little bit behind on modern tank production, but it'll catch up in a few days. Defending here, because Turkey has joined the Axis. Loads of forts. Loads of infrastructure, probably another 2 months, and we will be good to go. We also have to take care of our home as well, because we've got Mexico and Canada. On hindsight, probably would have been a better idea to take out Canada and Mexico in the peace deal, just to prevent our north and south borders being encroached. 1 strategic bomber. I wonder what this is for. It is time. I have no idea what to expect. Are they going to try to attack me? No. You'd probably see our impenetrable line of forts and be like, I think we're going to pass on that one, guys. Grab all the planes, pop them here. Oh, we can't get air superiority to drop nukes. I guess we could go here and be like, hi, Germany, how's it going? Boom. So what we're going to do is reduce their war support below 50%. That means they won't get any defense bonuses when we attack them. And there's other little tricks up our sleeve as well that we can pull off to nerf their ability to counteract us when we fight them back. Boom! Boom. Who are the majors? Italy, Germany, Spain, France, all conveniently in Europe. Alright, let's do this. Let's push the main northern front. Uncertain at first, but no, looks like we've broken them. And they are moving. To add insult to injury, we now execute War Plan Black and get an extra 10% damage. This is just broken, in my opinion. Free damage for no reason. And this will last 180 days. I don't think they're going to last that long. We're making some headway. I would have expected Germany to capitulate at this point, but they're still holding on. And our air force has dwindled down to hundreds when it was originally thousands. Yay! Germany's gone. They make the most of this and still push into France and get France knocked out immediately. There we go. Eaten France. Now, we need to blast into Italy. And we're also going to do that in combination with Plan Silver. Alright, knocked out Spain. We can now get into the Mediterranean. And we grab Gibraltar. You wouldn't believe how long this conflict went on for. Holy... I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is probably the worst game I've ever had for supply, ever. I've constantly been chasing convoy production for pretty much the entirety of this war. It's been pretty painful. I would advise you, if you did what I did just now, you'd need at least 2,000 convoys in reserve. Alright, naval invasion time. Here, Philippines. Into the Raj. Look at that claw. The fork of Trident. The boys have landed, and half of them have got trapped by subs. Nice. Oh well, don't matter. Don't matter. It's over anyway. It's been the first time in a long time, but we actually have positive convoys now. Hallelujah.
2,000 years later.
Turkey's down. And the Raj is down. And Venezuela? Is this a joke? Is this a joke? That literally just appeared just now. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Okay, just to give perspective on this, because the edits obviously hide the illusion. I've been at this for 3 hours now. This one war has lasted 3 hours. Oh, man, this is so painful. Okay. But you guys can't answer this one, right? Why is Venezuela a major with its 20-odd factories and less than 30 divisions? I bet you guys can't even answer that anymore, can you? I don't even know how this game works anymore. I just think this game's trolling me. It literally turns this into a world conquest. Is this it? Is this the end? Please say this is the end. There we go. It is the end. And now I take everything. Oh my god, so many countries. That's impressive, right? I'm so exhausted. Oh my goodness, that was so painful. There we go, boys. That's what 3.5 hours worth of grinding looks like. But that's not it. There's one achievement that we haven't got right now. And that is, history repeated itself. It is time to fire the civil war for communism. What I'm going to do is delete my entire army. I have a feeling I know how the game's going to do this, so I'm going to see if I can glitch it. We're going to get rid of all division templates, apart from those two. Protests escalate into violence. Fascist elements in the population will begin preparations for an uprising. Fascism in our nation with 100% communism. I love this. Pacific decolonization. We gain a war goal against ourselves. It has happened. Secession. Call it what it is. Treason. The neutral bloc has formed. And now we train a bunch of divisions that are all rubbish. All these boys will train like, I don't know, 100 of them. A house divided. Haven't we seen this before? Haven't we seen this before? This is a little bit scary because they've actually got divisions and I don't. They don't have any other areas of the world though. They literally just have the south. Wow. When we deploy them at 20%, boom. Turn them all to modern tank divisions. Split, split, split. Gonna have to give them a few days to reinforce because right now they don't have any strength. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still going to be a little while before we can push because these are all still under strength. But once we get some reinforcements, which will happen in probably the next few months, we'll be good to go. Actually, a good idea would be good for army training. And that way we can reinforce them a little bit quicker. That's really strange. They've got the American flag here, but when I zoom in, they get a different flag. That's like a really old bug with hoi4 that. You used to see that in mods. Ah, China has puppeted China. Alright, it's good to go. Let's go. Oh man, even though they're at 50% strength, we can completely annihilate them. It's probably because the equipment they've got is absolute trash. Oh, how does history repeat itself? Over and over again. I have the ability to puppet them. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that because I might not get the achievement. There we go. Achievement unlocked. Yes, history has repeated itself. And there we go, boys. Oof. You gotta give me some love for this one because this was incredibly painful. This is a bleedingly hot day. I've had to close all my windows and doors so the audio is nice and crisp and clean for you guys to hear. And I am sitting right now in a sauna. Can I get a like for that? Come on, just a measly like. Just a tiny like. And the next goal is 1 million subs, so you guys are going to be subscribed, and we'll hit that goal probably in the next 10 years. But seriously, if you do want to help my channel and you want to help me grow, like, subscribe, and don't forget, if you don't hit the bell, your subscription means absolutely nothing. And this is the glorious patrons that keep this YouTube channel going. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.